Yo, what is the deal? What is the deal, everybody? We are in the place to be. We are talking about boxing today. Preem, what's going on? Dominique 5, what's up? R to the Jizzle, what is the deal? Yo, we got over 22 in the room. Get wasted with your brother wasted. And I have a special guest. I have a special guest, yo. What's going on? We talking about boxing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all are into this fight. My guys, Frankie Skinner's in the place. All my shouts and salutations. Y'all, I need some more love in the room. Some more love in the room. T Severe, what it is, bro. What it is. But yo, surprised to see me on? Yo, I got my brother in the building. You know what I'm saying? We are going to be talking boxing right now. Wait a minute. Y'all getting predictions already? DeMarcus Webb, what it is, man, wasted. The boxing equinox is upon us. My dog, Thor. Yay! What it is, Thor. My dog, Graf, is in the place. Let's go, little bro in the building. You already know. Yo, listen, let me introduce y'all. This is my brother, my real brother.
Absolutely.
It's my brother, Moo. What it is?
What's going on, bro?
Appreciate you for pulling up on me, man.
Peace, Raider Nation.
Yeah. That's right, man. Listen, my guy threw us in the play. Threw it bugging out. He said, loaded. Raider Nation Drinking Club in the building. Appreciate you, dog. Nation's finest. What it is, man. What's going on? Now, look, y'all. Yeah, JB, I know you're surprised to see Wasted on this Friday night, but we got to talk about this fight. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow, something special is about to happen in the world of boxing tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, there have not been many, undefeated unification fights at welterweight. You know, this is a history-making situation right here. There's been 12 previous unification fights at the welterweight, boxing class. And, right now, we are pretty much witnessing the fight of our generation right now, man. Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford. We're going to take some predictions. We're going to give you what we think about the fight. And, we're going to take y'all comments, man. We got almost 40 in the room. What it is, everybody. Ramey, Nation's Own. What's up, man? That's right. We definitely going to bring that heat. Wait. Hold on. Been waiting on this one for years. That's right, Street Professor. Street Professor, where you been, bro? Wait, best welterweight fight since Leonard-Thomas Hearns. What you think, bro? I don't know about that, bro. What you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, this one for the ages, man. Like, this is something that we don't never see. So, this type of fight is magnitude with two guys that's undefeated. Terence Crawford having a record of 39-0 with 30 knockouts. Mm-hmm. Errol Spence having a record of 28 with 22 knockouts. Yeah, this has to be the second biggest fight of, the welterweight division.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. But see, this is the thing, bro. Like, the great thing about this is that this fight is happening in a prime, bro.
Yes.
This fight is happening in a prime. Like, nobody's running. It's none of the politics. And one good thing about it is that, they're under the same promoter. The problem that was happening to making this fight is that Bob Arum's old ass was messing up the flow of getting the fight made. And now the fight's made. It's no funny business. And also, we have one of the best referees, if not the best referee in boxing, reffing this fight, man.
Absolutely.
Harvey Dot, he's a personal friend of the family.
Yes, he is.
And, it's going to be a most splendiferous occasion. My guy, Thor, fight of the year tomorrow, maybe of the decade tomorrow. Thor, I know you're going to have a house full of people over there, that beautiful home, bro. I know you are. You got to go live and show me what's going on. My guy, Darth Raider Prime. What it is, Prime? Caleb Plant slapped the gangster out of Charlo at that way.
True.
Yo, true. Listen, bro, what do you
crazy.
think? Yo, bro, what do you think about that, man?
I mean, it's an unfortunate situation because you never want to see guys get into things like that, especially as fighters. But the Charlos, man, they pop a lot of shit, man. So sometimes And like I try to tell people too, man, Caleb Plant ain't no punk, man. You know, he's a tough kid from Tennessee, you know, from the slums of Tennessee, and he's not gonna deal with that bullshit. So I mean, I think, you know, Charlo got what he deserved, you know.
This is the thing though. You know, the problem I have with that is that now this is something that can affect another great fight that's popping up, which is the Charlo Canelo Alvarez fight. Now, the way that Caleb Plant hit him and the way I saw, you know, Charlo walk off, man, he might be injured for that fight, bro. And I just hate to see that junk happen, man. I really don't want to see any nonsense, man. Boxing does not need that. Boxing has been in a holding pattern, bro. The problem with boxing right now is that the best fights aren't getting made. UFC is swallowing boxing up because they don't have a choice whether they want to make that fight or not.
Absolutely.
So the fact that these guys that are at the top of boxing are all getting together and they're all fighting each other is something that's not missed on me, and I don't want it to get lost. And getting back to the Crawford and Spence fight. Now, we have two undefeated welterweights, man, two of the best, you know, damn near ever, man. Let's go into Bud's record, man, because a lot of people say that Terence Crawford is a guy who has kind of a dubious and padded record, man. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know, I kind of beg to differ, man. You know, we're gonna pull up Terence Crawford's record. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna look at, you know, when Terence Crawford fought some people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look at, you know, how old he is. We're gonna just kind of take a snapshot of Terence Crawford's record.
Yeah, well, Terence Crawford's 35 years old. Some would say the prime of his life. You know, the one thing that I can say about Terence Crawford is that Terence Crawford never ran from anybody, right?
Yeah.
So we're not dealing with that. You know, you can only fight what your promoter puts in front of you. So we can't take away from Crawford's record. Then we also got to realize, you know, Crawford has won belts at 135, 140, and now 147. So, you know, a lot of his record is not going to look as extensive as Spence at 147 because Spence been camping at 147 his whole career, ever since his amateur career.
Yeah.
So, and then you like we said before, they have two opponents that they actually fought, you know, at 147.
Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. This is the one thing I see, because my brother and I, I'm on the fence about who's going to win. Now, my brother, now we're going to get into that a little later, right? My brother has somebody he's been saying is going to win for 3 years, right? And we'll get into that later. We're going to get into that later. But the two common opponents that these gentlemen have are one, Kell Brook and Sean Porter. Now, Terence fought Sean Porter most recently. He fought him in November 20th, as you guys can see, 2021. He won by TKO in the 10th round.
Yes.
Right? He defended the welterweight title. Now, and then Kell Brooks, he fought right before that. 11-14-2020. The year before that, he won by TKO, defended the WBO welterweight title. Now, what do you think about that? Because it seems like if you look at it on paper, or if you look at the fight, when Errol Spence fought these two guys, it seemed like they gave him more problems than Terence Crawford had.
Yeah, because in boxing, there's a such thing as fighters getting old in the ring, right? So when you have these wars and you have these big opponents and you fighting these bigger guys and these guys are punching on you, a lot of times people get old in the ring. And the thing about a guy like Kell Brook, you have to realize Kell Brook had just fought in Canelo Alvarez before he fought Spence.
Yeah.
Then he came in to fought Spence at 147 pounds. Spence wound up breaking his other eye, right? And then he was out for almost 3 years before he fought Terence Crawford. So the layoff, and then not only that, he just got old before our eyes with fighting two heavy punchers. The same concept with a guy like Sean Porter. Sean Porter, you know, one of the greatest fighters that I've seen, you know, especially of this era. He's never ducked and hide from anybody at 147 pounds, you know.
Yeah.
He's fought all the top guys at 147 pounds, and his last great fight was against Spence. To me, in my opinion, I think that was his last hurrah, where he fought Spence and he gave it his all. When he fought Terence Crawford, in my opinion, I just believe it was a money grab. You know, he knew he wasn't at tip-top shape. He knew he wasn't mentally prepared for the fight, and he still took it. So I think that you looking at those two opponents, we can't even look at those two opponents because they weren't at the same stage of their career when they fought Terence Crawford or Spence.
Okay, so all right. So, I mean, look, I'm going to push back on you a little bit. Now, only thing we can deal with is what actually happened in the fight, right? Now, that was very, very sound logic. But, you know, my thing is that still in all, Errol Spence Jr., it wasn't like he fought them 5 or 6 years ago. This has all been in probably like a 3 to 4 year window, right? Mm-hmm. So how much did Porter really lose within those few fights?
I believe he just lost the will to fight, period. I think, you know, even now you see he has a extremely well put together podcast about boxing. I watch it all the time. He just was on that in that part of his career where it was just over for him, you know. And you know, the Terence Crawford fight made sense because of money wise. You know what I mean? Just even like, come on, man. We know if anybody knows boxing, everybody knows that a guy like Sean Porter is going to go out on the shield. Like, yeah. You know, yeah. So for his father to get up there, which is probably the toughest thing his father could have done, and stop that fight, that just shows you, you know, and it just shows you he wasn't prepared for that fight. You know, so
all right. So look, we're gonna get into some comments in the chat. Yo, we ain't forget about y'all. Yo, I normally don't have guests on Raider Nation Unlimited, but this is not Raider Nation Unlimited. This is me and my brother talk about boxing. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing this a lot more on the channel. Y'all been asking. I've been waiting for my brother to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, look, I can't do it without my bro. You know what I'm saying? My dog T Severe. Spence has the size and the strength advantage. Really, he's too big for 147. That being said, Crawford is more skilled of a guy. Once he cracks that code, he gets you up out of there. T Severe always with the stone cold lead pipe facts, man. My dog Grab. This needs to be a weekly series. Hey, man, listen, we got to crawl before we walk right here. You know what I'm saying, bro? Wait, hold on. So basically, man, I'm going to get back to what T Severe saying. T Severe said that was a BS stoppage by Porter's dad. You know what I'm saying? That was an emotional reaction to what he was seeing. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. Like my brother said, man, I think his father knew that he wasn't prepared to fight. He knew he didn't train hard enough. He didn't want to get his son hurt, man. And you know, I commend, you know, Sean Porter's father for doing that, because there's a lot of these guys that sell their sons out, you know, and let their sons take a beating for $1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I also, and I can also see what T Severe is saying. In my opinion, when I first saw it, I thought the same thing. I'm like, man, what is that? Like, you know, Sean Porter still was fighting back. You know, he pounded the ground and got back up. He was ready to go. You know, this kid is always ready to go. I think it was almost, in my opinion, I think it was more selfish on the father. I think the father didn't want to look stupid. You know,
okay.
You know,
I see. I ain't looking at it like that.
I think the father didn't want to look stupid, so you know, he went out on the shield. So, but yeah, it was a bullshit stoppage, and I think the fight, honestly, you know, a lot of people, I look at boxing a little different. I look at everything in boxing, right?
So let's get a little. I don't mean to cut you off, bro, but I'm gonna tell you why my brother looks at boxing a little different, man. This is not a novice. This man is a trainer extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not all that,
no. Come on. Listen, man. He's being way too modest. Man. This man's been around the game for a long time. You know, this is a family business. You know what I'm saying? And we have some dogs in our family right there that's in this ring. You know, that's in the amateur boxing ranks. And look, so we're talking from somebody that's dealing from boxing from a standpoint of actually training fighters.
Yes.
Strength and conditioning, actually being around some of the best fighters in the world from their infancy all the way up to now, world champions. Bro, do me a favor. I need you to, you know, real quick, just name drop some of the fighters that we've watched grow up.
Well, I've watched, of course, Stevenson grow up. I've seen him. Kashad Elliott, he's one near and dear to me. I've actually seen Errol Spence in the amateurs. I've seen a lot of these guys in the amateurs. Caleb Plant in the amateurs. You know, when you travel and, you know, you're in this boxing thing starts with the amateurs, man. And I want to say this before we get too far. We need to support our amateur boxers. You know, they're thinking about taking away the Olympics, and not this year, but what's that, 2020?
Because the Olympics this year, right?
Not this year, but the year, another 4 years after that.
Another 4 years, so it's 2023, right? So 2027?
Yeah, something like that. So they're thinking about taking that part of the Olympics out, which is boxing. We need to advocate for that, because a lot of these kids come from nothing and they need it, you know. But as like I was saying, so I've seen a lot of these fighters as amateurs and grow up to be pros. And it's, you know, just like a guy like Terence Crawford, you know, him winning in 2006 and 2007 national, you know, Pan Am games and national PAL games, and, you know, watching what Errol Spence did in the Olympics and things of that nature. these guys are made for this moment, man. This is a moment that we've been waiting for so many years, because you've seen these guys in the amateurs and you knew these guys would face each other, so
so basically let's pull this together real quick. Now, to me, this fight is one of the hardest fights to call, and there's a lot of people in the chat, they're giving up, some of the their predictions. But the reason why this fight is such a hard fight for me to call is the fact that, one of Terence Crawford's superpowers is that he's able to fight conventional and switch in the middle of the fight and go southpaw. But the problem is he's fighting another southpaw. So that trick is out of the window. Errol Spence Jr.'s superpower has always been his power. Yes. The fact that he's one of the most conditioned fighters in boxing, if not the most conditioned fighters about. I mean, could you shed a little light on what they got going on down there with the Charlos and Errol Spence Jr. in that camp?
Them Texas boys, man. Let me tell you something. Them Cali and them Texas boys, they're a different breed when it comes to the conditioning aspect. The way they're able to lose weight, the way they're able to gain weight and then drop these lower weights and stuff like that, man. They're strong, man. They're strong, and they got these programs out there, man, with Ronnie Shields and Plex Complex and all that. Man, these programs that they're working and the conditioning and the way they're eating, it's another level. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, a guy like Errol Spence is able to make 147 pounds when he looked like he should be fighting at least 160, 154. So, it's going to be a hell of a fight, man.
Yo, the Latvian Savage. Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat, everybody. Yo, listen, y'all get y'all questions ready. You know what I'm saying? We rambling on about the fight. We breaking it down. But whatever y'all want to hear, we going to read it. It's all good. Spence is a natural right-hander. He trained himself to be a southpaw. And see, that's what makes him so damn dangerous, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's that. I've never seen that stat before.
I don't think that's correct.
I don't know. I couldn't say this is or not, but I know Crawford trained himself to be southpaw after he got shot in his hand, and he had to go southpaw. Not shot in his hand, but he broke his hand. He broke his arm. So I don't know if we're getting them twisted.
Yeah, it might be. Nation's Own, my dog. All the more reason this should be a bi-weekly series, man, or a weekly series. Thank you, Nation's Own. Appreciate y'all, man. True Hype. Texas fighters are a rough, tough breed who want to fight.
Absolutely.
Yo, we got over 55 in the room. I am surprised that we have this many people in the room because I didn't even promote this. Me and my brother was just kicking it, and I was like, yo, we just going to get at it and just... we just gonna kick it, man. We said fuck it.
We do all that. We've been doing this since we was knee high, man. So,
yeah, man. That's what we do, man. This is what we do. My guy, Great Southern Trend Kill, the great and powerful with the Pantera logo, man. Yo, listen, shout out to you. I don't know if you guys are MMA fans, but back in the day, did you watch Pride Fighting Championship? Yeah, we did. I remember they used to have. Yo, you remember that time we bought that we bought a crate of DVDs from somebody.
Absolutely, had all the old school.
Had all the old school UFC.
Yeah, we used to watch it before. A lot of people don't realize that Larry Hazard, who's a great Larry Hazard, referee, great trainer,
New Jersey legend,
New Jersey legend commissioner. He's the one that actually showed the MMA guys how to bring MMA and make it more safer. Because back in those days, man, guys were really dying in that shit, man. It was crazy, you know what I mean?
Jokes getting their head split and all of that. Remember that?
Classes, like it didn't matter, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, definitely. I love any time, man. I could watch two cockroaches fighting, man. Honestly, man.
Yeah, the fight game is definitely in our blood. My guy, Pro Village, shout out to you, man. He said, what up, Wasted and Co? Yeah, this is my brother, Mo, as you can see. But my guy, True Hype, do you think Crawford would try to just outbox Spence? Now, let's get into that. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't, because that's not how he's wired. Terence Crawford's a rough guy, man. Yes. He's a rough guy. He's a dog. I think Terence Crawford is gonna go out on his shield.
Yeah, I think they listen. This is why See, you have. I know back in the day when Pacquiao and Floyd fought each other, right? A lot of guys thought that fight would be bigger than what it was, and my brother tell you, I always said that Floyd was gonna wash him only because the styles make fights. When you look at these two guys' styles, there's no way they get away from each other. Spence is not going to back up. He's going to come forward. And Terence Crawford has got that much dog in his heart to where the point is he ain't going to back up neither. Of course, he's going to box him side to side. He's going to give him a couple angles and a couple different looks. But for 12 rounds, there's no way you can run around the ring for 12 rounds.
So basically, this is the unstoppable force versus the immovable object.
There you go. There you go. It's going to be a great fight.
My guy, Ramy Winter. Money on Crawford. Shout out to my guy, Ramy Winter. Robert Dubzilla Cisneros, the resident meathead of Raider Nation. My dog. The fact that Bob Sapp was wild. I remember that Bob Sapp fight with the one with Ernesto Hughes. Remember that? Yo, he went back on us, bro. My guy, Enrico Monroe, that's my dog, man. I got Spence winning. Listen, we going to get into that. You jumping the gun, Enrique. You were jumping the gun. Realest Raider, 2 seagulls fighting over a French fry. My guy, Top Beast, 39 fights, 30 KOs. Crawford is gonna bang. This is my dog, Top Beats.
Yeah, he gonna bang.
My guy, Grace of the Kill. Crocott was my favorite kickboxer / mission mark. Mirko Crocott was a beast, man. I remember he beat the shit out of oh my God. Damn, the axe murderer, Vanderlei Silva, he beat his ass, man. My guy, Big John, where you been, Big John? Crawford is a technician. He finds your weaknesses and he exposes you. Now, see, this is the thing, bro. Yeah. I want to ask you something. Now, the thing about Errol Spence Jr. that makes him special, what is the thing that makes Errol Spence Jr. special, and why do you see Errol Spence's attributes being able to take over the fight? And then I want you to get into what Terence Crawford does that's special about him and how that his attributes can take over the fight.
Well, so with Terence, with Errol Spence does everything correct. Errol Spence, he never punches when he's out of position, right? Mm-hmm. He's always in position. His hands are always where they need to be. He just does everything technically sound. And to me personally, that beats an extremely athletic fighter any day, right? Terence Crawford, athletic fighter, rangy fighter, knows how to break you down. He breaks you down very, very well. Uses the jab well. But the thing about it is that, like I said before, you got to be able to break that shield with Spence. You get what I'm saying? That a lot of people don't see the nuances with Spence. When Spence is in there, man, he's so defensively sound, and people just don't see it because everybody looks at slipping and dodging and things of that nature as being defense. A lot of people don't look at just catching on your gloves, and that's the one thing that Spence is really great at. And I think that's going to become a problem for.
So let me get to this. My guy, True Hype, with the first super chat of the night. Thank you for keeping the lights on here at Raider Nation Unlimited and on our new boxing show. This is the first episode. We will be expanding this. We're going to have some guests on. It's going to be good. This is the first one. But I really, really appreciate you, True Hype, for the tip jar. Shout out to y'all. I love boxing discussions. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. My guy, Cuban Raider. It's only right a Cuban Raider pull up in here because, listen, man, who have better boxers than that island in Cuba, yo?
Man, let me tell you, man, it's great fighters coming out of Cuba.
Yo, my guy, Cuban Raider. Salute, Wasted. Did you watch Spence's last fight? He got clipped good. Yes, he did. He did get he got hit. He got hit.
Yeah, so with that being said, a lot of people don't understand what happened was when Spence got into that car accident, he lost his teeth. And he has partials up top. So when you guys hit him and he dropped his mouthpiece, he actually thought he dropped his teeth. So he turned around and picked up his teeth, and that's when guys stole.
Dang!
I don't care who you are. You get blindsided by a punch. You're gonna stumble a little bit. But he got back on his bike and he walked him down. So,
all right. So look, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. We gotta get it. Whoa, some more of these, man. Yo, y'all. Thank you guys for supporting the channel, man. Keeping the lights on over here. It's greatly appreciated. My dog, Top Beats. Crawford is an excellent counterpuncher and hard to catch clean. So it's going to be interesting, plus Spence's action. Now, see, Top, I got to push back on you a little bit. Terence Crawford is not hard to catch.
No, he's not.
And people think because Terence Crawford is slick offensively that he's a great defensive fighter. Don't make any mistake in thinking that Terence Crawford doesn't get hit and he doesn't get punished.
Well, see, to me, Terence Crawford could be a great defensive fighter, but like I said in the beginning, it's the dog. So if you guys look at the fight between Terence Crawford and Gamboa, right, which is at a lighter weight.
It's a long time ago, too.
A long time ago as well. But Terence Crawford, once he gets hit with a good shot, he's coming back with something. Sometimes you don't have to do that. Sometimes you just fight your way back into the fight. The thing about Errol Spence is Errol Spence doesn't do that. Errol Spence don't care what you bring into him. He's going to stay the course and he's going to work. With Terence Crawford, he gets hit with good shots, man. He just gives it all up. So that's something that you have to worry about in this fight.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now, another thing. Now we're gonna talk about Errol Spence's weakness. Now, one thing about Errol Spence is a terrific fighter on the inside. That's really his superpower, right?
And going forward.
Yes. Now, he stays on that line. Yes. He keeps coming forward. 1-2, 1-2. Yeah. Very, very nice combinations and stuff. He works great on the inside. Mm-hmm. But what I see from Errol Spence Jr. is Errol Spence Jr. is a guy that does not like pressure to his body. Yes. And Terence Crawford is a terrific body puncher. But the only thing about working inside with a guy, you got to be able to throw, and you also have to be able to catch in the pocket. Yeah. Now, I don't know if Terence Crawford can catch enough to affect Errol Spence and not get hurt, because when you're that close to a puncher like Errol Spence might be the biggest puncher in the lower weight class.
He is. He's 1,000% is. There's a couple guys that I look at as big punchers between 147 and 154. Terence Crawford being one. Casa Zeus' son. Yeah. He's a monster. I don't know what he got in his gloves, but that kid in New that just fought, he's a monster with the Tank Davis. Those guys have different element power, right? And the thing about it is you could do all that trying to catch. If I could punch through your guard, it's a different story. So, I think, Errol Spence, I don't see Crawford staying aside with him at all.
Wow, bro. You know what? You're changing my mind. Now, wait a minute. We have a new member of the Wasted Talent Army, Nana and Papa Raider. Welcome to Raider Nation Unlimited, and welcome to the Wasted Talent Army. I appreciate you joining the channel. That's the best way to support the channel. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. My guy, Latavarian Savage. Porter was giving Crawford good work. He was. Absolutely, bro.
Yes, he was.
Absolutely. My guy, Black Sunday.
That's why they should have never stopped that fight. That's why the other gentleman said that. They should have never stopped that fight.
T. Severe.
Yep.
The T. Severe. T. Severe be on the point. Shout out to T. Severe, yo. You can see some of that dog and eagerness to hit back when Crawford fought Porter. And absolutely. I feel you, bro. Yeah. Now, my guy, Realist Raider. Hold on real quick, bro. I got to go through this. My fault, bro. I didn't talk over you, bro. Errol Spence being a southpaw takes away his jab. Crawford has that get back, which may get him in trouble. Now, my brother was about to say something. And, yo, Pro Villa, this is my brother. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of bros on YouTube, but this is my actual brother. Same mother, same father. So, yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Orlando Padilla. What's up, old man Wasted? I'm chilling, man. So, bro, what was you about to say, man? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, bro, because you have been bringing the heat.
No, I just, with this fight, I guess the other gentleman was talking about, Terence Crawford bringing things back. The problem with Terence Crawford is that I think he has too much heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't know how to not get into a firefight. And it might be an issue with Spence getting into a firefight.
Yo, my guy, Big Al, in the place, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, bro. I think Crawford is going to look to frustrate Spence by using his footwork and not get hit, but I can see him finish him off in the later rounds. Wow, that's a big one. Now, look, we're going to get into the odds. Bro, you got the odds pulled up, bro?
Yeah, pull them up right now.
Let's pull up the odds for all you sick puppies out there who like to gamble. For all you sick puppies out there that like to gamble, we're going to give you guys the odds, and we're going to give you guys the safest bet. Message. It's coming up now. All right now, y'all. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you ready? God! Wow! Yo, you're ready up here, yo. Yo, you pulling the odds up. So, yo, let me read some of these comments while my bro pulling up the odds. You know what I'm saying? The Latavarian Savage. Not to change the topic, but Caleb Plant, Jamel Charlo, with my man Maul needs to get that get back, bro. Look, man.
Back,
yeah, man. Yo, you can't get stole off on in front of your lady.
You know what's crazy, man? I didn't see it until later. And then I honestly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know which brother that is. If it's the one that's fighting Canelo, that's going to be an issue, man, because a lot of these guys don't realize Caleb Plant is a big dude, man. Like, he's a big dude. He's not no small guy, man. Like, the way he boxes, you would think that because he's so athletic and, he moves around the ring, you would think he's a smaller guy. I don't know if y'all seen that shit, man, but him compared to Charlo, that shit looked like a heavyweight versus a lightweight. You know?
Yeah, it do.
That
it
shit
do.
look crazy, man.
Yeah, it do, man. Oh, yo, it was Jamel.
It was Jamel. Okay.
It was Jamel. It was Jamel. My guy, True Hype. Do you think Crawford could actually hurt Spence?
Yes.
Because if he gets hurt, yo, you can get you up out of it. And yes, they both do.
Well, listen, guys. I mean, in boxing, anybody can be hurt. Like you know, you so you know, if you slip one time, these guys are trained fighters have been fighting since Terence Crawford been fighting since he was 7 years old. Errol Spence been fighting since he was 14.
Yeah,
like these guys been fighting then in their whole lives, so they know how to punch. Yeah, of course, Errol Spence can be hurt.
Yeah, and look, we've seen Errol Spence get hurt by lesser fighters.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know if I want to call Danny Garcia a lesser fighter, but he is, right? Danny Garcia has hurt.
You can't do that.
No, come on, bro.
You can't talk about my guy Danny Garcia.
See, you love Danny Garcia, bro.
I gotta get
out of here with that crap.
Listen, you talk about a guy that won all the belts at 140 and moved up and won belts at 147. You can't take his career away from him, bro. And for all the top guys.
Man, that man got 6 toes, bro.
It's all right.
That joke got 6 toes, bro.
Crazy,
Come on now, man. Nah, look, man. It remains to be seen if Terence Crawford is a better fighter. I think he's a better fighter than Danny Garcia, right?
Well, I do too. I think he's a little bit. I think he's a little bit more special in certain ways. But Danny Garcia is a fucking monster, bro. You don't get hit with that hook.
Oh, no, not at all. At 147, who's a harder puncher than Danny Garcia?
That Philly hook is crazy.
But I'm saying, we've seen Errol Spence get hurt by him. You guys, we've seen Errol Spence get hurt by
Never.
Who guys hurt him, bro? What you talking about?
Listen.
Come on, bro.
You guys got. I keep saying it. He did
this guy, man.
Listen, it wasn't a clean shot. It was a shot he didn't see,
bro.
You've never seen somebody.
You know what? Kel Brook hurt him. Thank you, Letivier. Kel Brook hurt him, man. Stop that, man. Stop that, bro.
That Kel Brook fight was a hell of a fight. It was a hell of a fight. Kel Brook he had great moments, but listen, they called Errol Spence the shark. The big fish for a reason. He's gonna take you to deep waters and drown you, and that's what he does. That's why,
bro. This guy is so biased with Errol Spence. Now y'all know who he gonna pick. This guy's so biased, bro.
No, listen. Let me say something, and big bro. I love both of these fighters. I think both of these fighters. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm looking at from my eyes. I'm looking at what I see, right? And what I see is Errol Spence being too big. I see him doing too much as far as. He doesn't make any mistakes. Like you never see him out of range, and I see that with Crawford a lot. So I go with Errol Spence.
But see, this is the reason why. Because Errol Spence, being a straight-on fighter that keeps coming forward, right? Mm-hmm. What do fighters like that struggle with? And you said this to me earlier.
People that give angles. People that give angles and fight on angles.
So he can be beat.
He could definitely be beat.
He can be beat.
Crawford is his kryptonite.
Yes.
But Errol Spence is Crawford's kryptonite as well. Bro,
I'm going to be real with you. I think we're going to get into the odds. My bro got the odds up. This is just for informational purposes only. If you have a gambling problem, we are not giving, this is not advice. We're just giving our opinions on who we're going to pick. So for all you sick puppies out there, if you lose the house, don't be blaming me.
Hey, listen, don't bet the house on neither one of the guys. It's too close of a fight.
It's too close of a fight. Don't you be betting the house on Wasted's word of day. And wait a minute, guys. I know this is a Raider Nation Unlimited, but we got to give y'all, because you know I love my vocabulary, man. I got to give y'all a wasted word of today, and it is salacious. Having or conveying undue or inappropriate interest in sexual matters. Salacious stories. Now, I don't know why the fuck I picked that one, because it has nothing to do with anything. But it was a wasted word of the day, and I don't want any salacious nonsense coming out about my man Terence Crawford, man. This is bullcrap. You tripping. My dog. Top of the place. Yo, Jamal Williams. Maul is tripping. Crawford by KO in 6. Yo, Maul, go to the back of Yo, I'll take that one too.
I'll take that all day, bro.
Yo, Maul, go to the back of the corner, man.
Yeah, I'll take
and go sit in the corner, Maul. You tweaking, bro. You were tweaking. Yo, we got over 63. Yo, this is a beautiful, beautiful turnout for us.
Definitely. I appreciate it. It's my first time ever on anything like this. So
yeah, you know, Joker barely got social media, yo.
I barely got social media. So.
Yo, my dog, Orlando Padilla. He said, is that $50 or 50,000? That's a dot, bro. That's a dot. Is that a dot or a comma, my guy?
That's a dot.
That's a dot. Ain't no comma, bro. Stop it.
$50.
You got $50, 50 Spanish dinars. Crawford, my dog, my guy, Lloyd Zimenez. But can they beat the Raiders in a street fight? No, in discussion. No, they can't. They can't. No, that's right. Listen, man, the Raiders in a street fight versus these two fighters, no, they can't. Not at all. My God. Yo, my God, the Raider, man, appreciate you guys, man, for sprinkling us with some love and keeping the lights on here, Raider Nation Unlimited. Salute, Wasted's brother. His name is Moo. but it's the Raiders. Crawford is very skilled, but Spence is methodical. Yes. Every fighter could be beat. But now, see, Raider Man, I love it. But see, yo, what you doing is you're up here and you on the fence just like me. Listen, my prediction, I really haven't made my mind up yet, bro. Yeah, I know you have. I haven't made my mind up yet.
But, you know.
Wait a minute. DeMarcus Webb up here just taking the show and careening it off the cliff to another subject, but we're game. We're going to talk all boxing today.
What are you talking now?
DeMarcus Webb, quick detour. Haney versus Proganis. Who y'all got?
I got Haney.
I got Devin Haney, bro.
I think Devin Haney's amateur pedigree is too much. You know, a lot of people don't look at it that way. A lot of people don't realize, like, these guys, man, they got, 200-300 amateur fights, man. Like, they've seen, especially a guy like Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. These guys have gone across country. They've gone to different countries and fought people, and you see different styles that way. That's one of the reasons why Errol Spence is a problem too, because he has a lot of international experience. So the style that Crawford or anybody brings to him, he's already done synced that already. So that's why it's so important for these amateur boxers, to take these international competitions serious and win. I think Haney washes Peraza's.
My man Maul, he said that's easy work for Haney. It's easy work, yo. My guy, Cisco Perez. Cisco, shout out to you, bro. Bud will be robbed. He has to KO Spence. Why do you think he gonna be robbed, Cisco? They both under the same promoter. Like there's no gain or loss. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like this is even money, bro.
Yeah, I honestly, guys, I see this being like, from what I see from the judges that they pick and from the referee that they pick, they want this fight to be an even fight, because you guys got to remember, these guys got a contract to redo it again. So it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, they're going to get a payday twice anyway. So it don't matter who gets the belts or who don't get the belts,
Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. It's semantics at that point. What they're trying to do is they're trying to set the stage for a trilogy. Yo, we got almost 100 in the room. Get wasted with your brother, wasted. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this thing out all over social media. My brother's in a place. This is a momentous occasion over this mug, man. I'm telling y'all, man. Wait. I saw something in here, man. Cisneros, you are tripping. You are tripping. And he just asked the worst question in the world, bro. He just said, where's it? I can't find it. Effing Dubzilla. Which wasted bro got the better hands? Both wasted bros got better hands than you. That's it. Listen, man. You will be blocked. Cisneros, blocked. It's like, nah, bro.
So let's go over these odds real quick, man.
Yeah.
So Errol Spence is the underdog, which is, I think, the biggest reason why he's the underdog is because of the eye surgery.
Yeah.
And also the accident before that, So we don't know what Errol Spence we're gonna get, right? Terence Crawford is minus 150.
Terence Crawford, look, man.
Minus 150.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. The best odds are for a draw.
Yes.
You stand to make the most money if you pick that draw.
So in my opinion, me personally, I'm going to go with the draw only because you could put a little bit of money down on that to win anything, and it's an even fight. So why not go with the draw,
Robinson's there. If I say you're $50 super wasted, will you drink coffee with mayo? Listen.
That's disgusting.
Listen, coffee with mayo is like doing keto. I am not some corporate shill. Shout out to Mitchell Renz. I got to make fun of my dog, Mitch. Listen, I am not going to be your puppet, Cisneros. I'm not going to do it, Dubzilla. That's my dog. Shout out to my guy, Rob.
Asked if the rematch is at 154.
I think it might be, bro, because Errol Spence is saying he's having problems making weight at 147. Errol Spence is a natural one at 154. I would love to see Errol Spence eventually get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez. Could you see that happening?
I could definitely see it happening. Because if you think about it, Charlo's getting in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, and they're the same size. So, yeah, I could definitely see it happen.
Yeah, man. I could definitely see it.
I think the rematch, it's going to be – it depends on who wins the belts, I think. I think if Errol Spence wins the belts, he becomes undisputed, and he just leaves them at 147. And you get like a guy like Boots, Ennis, which is probably the best fighter out right now, besides these two guys. And he just comes up and he gets those belts later. I think Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is going to move to 154 because of their age.
Yeah, I don't think they can keep that weight off of them anymore. And then to be real with you, the future of boxing behind them is going to meet at 140 and 147. The Devin Haney, all these guys, Boots Ennis is here. I think they're going to leave this behind and they're going to move up. And I hope that we get a trilogy, like a real trilogy like the 80s, man. I love the fact that these guys are actually fighting each other, man. Yeah. Now, there's been a lot of good that's been done for boxing. There's been a lot of money that's been brought into boxing from the last generation of fighters. And the class of the last generation is Floyd Mayweather. Mm-hmm. Floyd Mayweather, if he's done nothing else, he's increased the economy of boxing. The economics of boxing has never been better. Yeah. And I love Floyd Mayweather, and I think Floyd Mayweather is one of the three greatest fighters of all time. The thing that Floyd Mayweather did do is Floyd Mayweather, in a sense, ruined boxing. Because everybody feels like if you don't retire undefeated, then now that your career means nothing.
I call it the Floyd Mayweather effect. And it's honestly, you love Floyd Mayweather for it because he made his bones with it, but it's bullshit because every great fighter loses. If you talk about all the greats, there's only a certain amount of fighters that have gone undefeated. You know what I'm saying? You talk about guys like Joe Calzaghe, you talk about...
Yeah, but that was a bullshit, right? Bro, when you got these guys fighting over there in Wales, fucking got I remember when they used to talk about that Joe Calzaghe, Roy Jones fight. Joe Calzaghe waited and waited and waited till Roy got knocked out and shit. Roy had all these belts. Joe Calzaghe got one belt. He won't come over to fight Roy Jones in Pensacola or fight him in Vegas. So to me, I don't give Joe Calzaghe a lot of credit for his undefeated record. He got a bunch of shoemakers on his record.
Yeah, but he's
a bum.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call him a bum. He's a world-class champion. I got respect for him.
Little bro, he's an effing bum.
Well,
it's a bum.
You got guys, you got Rocky Marciano.
Another great Rocky Marciano.
You got Ricardo Lopez that a lot of people don't talk about, only because he has a draw on his record.
Yeah,
but he was a great fighter. But that's pretty much it, man. If you talk about all the other great fighters, man, some of the great fighters that I think of, all of them lost. So the one thing is that we try to kill the guys we try to kill our guys once they lose, and it's not right because everybody loses.
All right. So real quick, we're gonna transition real quick because we got to keep y'all engaged in this chat here.
T. Severe asks about Keyshawn Davis versus Frank Martin. Oh man, I think Frank Martin. I mean, I love Keyshawn Davis. I've interacted with him before, and I've seen him when he was younger. Both his brothers, he got two brothers that fight, and their mom's real good lady that kept her boys' heads on, right? And I think Keyshawn is a monster. I just think Frank Martin is a grown ass man, and Keyshawn Davis is still young. I think they should wait for that fight.
I think Frank Martin breaks him down, man. Yeah. Frank Martin is he's mature. Keyshawn Davis ain't ready yet.
Well,
man.
No, even though Keyshawn Davis has more experience than Frank Martin, people don't realize Frank Martin didn't start boxing until later in his life in his 20s.
Yeah, but he's matured into his power, his size, and in that weight class. I think Frank Martin, I think he take him into the deep water and drum. Now let's stay on topic. A lot of people are talking about the Jake Paul and the Nate Diaz. To me, that's a circus. We talk about real fighting over here. Nate Diaz is a real fighter, but he's an MMA fighter. That's why Jake Paul goes in there. He beats up on guys because he's a trained fighter. He's been fighting for like the last 8 years, even though he's a bum as a trained fighter. He can't get in there and actually beat no real pros.
Don't take nothing away from Jake Paul.
He got a lot of power.
Don't take nothing away from Jake Paul. Jake Paul is a fighter, but the problem is the issue is it's just.
Wow, I'm surprised, man.
You surprising me?
I'm surprised at you, bro.
Nah, he's a fighter. Like you when I respect anybody that put a mouthpiece in their mouth and go in the ring and let somebody punch on him. Yeah. So he's a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Now as far as is he a great fighter? Nah, he don't have enough experience. You get what I'm saying? And can he fight the top? Because you guys gotta look at it. He's fighting really. Truthfully, he's fighting.
Oh, shout out to the eyeliner assassin. I'm Jake Paul's daddy. Dude. Bang zoom.
Jake Paul is, I don't take anything away from Jake Paul. Not only that, people got to look at what he does for the sport of boxing for the female fighters. When he makes that money, he breaks his money down. He actually pays these fighters that's getting paid nothing. Like, they got the lady, I forgot her name, Amanda, whatever her name is, from New York.
Yeah.
He paid, that was her first time ever making $1 million for fighting on his undercard. He actually took a portion of the money that he won and split it up amongst all the fighters. They got a young kid from Cali named Silva. This kid, man, his name is Ashton Silva. I seen him in the amateurs. Monster. He didn't get a big contract coming out of the amateurs, and he's got him signed to his promotion. And this kid is making good money with Jake Paul. So Jake Paul, believe it or not, for the financial aspect of boxing and for these young fighters, he's good for the sport.
But see, bro, he's a swell guy and he's bringing money and all of that. But he's a bum. Sorry, he's a bum. He's a bum. And I'm upset that you would even say that this guy's a legitimate fighter. So I hate to do this to my family, man. But man.
Angry man, what you doing here? Man, sit your ass down.
Oh, brother, I gotta get the F out of here with this Jake Paul crap, man. Get out of here, man. Get the F out of here. Frankie Skinner, I'm pissed that Fury is running from Usyk. Think that would be one of the best heavyweight fights we've seen. He's not running from him. There really just isn't a financial market for that to really happen. There's not enough hype around that fight. I think that Tyson Fury's about the bag, man. And look, it's prize fighting, bro. Yeah. It's prize fighting. Tyson Fury has nothing to prove. He has nothing to gain by going in there and dominating Usyk. He beat Usyk. He's too big for Usyk. Usyk is a blown up, cruiserweight, light heavy. You know what I mean? He beats a lot of other heavyweights. It's just the thing about Tyson. Tyson Fury is too skilled and too big for Usyk to me, bro. I don't see any way he wins. Top beats. He knows how to hustle the game, no doubt. That's a shout out to you. 5-4-1 Raider, my dog. Tank won't give Cruz the fight. He don't want that smoke, right? Look, man. Cruz? He talking about Pitbull, bro. He beat him already. Come on, man. What are you talking about, bro?
We beat him with one hand. His hand was broke during that fight.
He beat him, man. Come on, stop that.
Yeah, I gotta look at it. It was only a close fight because Tank broke his hand in third or fourth round of the fight. Fought him with one hand if you watch the fight. If you analyze the fight, you can see him not letting the other hand go. He fought him with one hand and still beat him. Cruz is honestly, and I'm no disrespect, the only thing I don't like about this fight is the fact that the undercard sucked to me.
Yeah,
I wish, for $85, I would rather a better undercard. That's the only thing I don't like about
they got a bunch of guys that are fighting in the alleyway. That were fighting in the alleyway two weeks ago, man. My guy, the Raider man, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Spence is methodical. He would tear Crawford down. Shout outs to your brother. Bring him back. Raider Nation for life. Shouts out to Docs. Talk that. But he mean talk that ish. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate it, man. Yo, man, look. Yo, you said no love for Nonito. Why you say that? I mean, we got love for him.
Yeah, no love for Nonito. He's just older and longer than Tooth, man, So, I mean, hopefully he can do it and make history.
Maul Williams, the undercards are trash. Okay, real quick. So, guys, look, man, we almost ran. We're going to be on for an hour, yo. We're going to get to our predictions. We're going to break this down. We're going to get out of here. This is our first one, yo. This is going to get greater later. It's going to get a lot better because my brother and I, we're going to be in motion with the boxing content. You already know how we do, man. Would you guys do medieval M1 if you had the chance? Bro, what?
What is that?
I don't know. You got to explain to me what that even is, man.
I don't know what that is, bro.
Yo, wait. Cruz was throwing a lot, but not doing nothing like De La Hoya was doing to Floyd. Got some shots, but nah, that's a fact. Yo, Big Al, Pitbull Cruz is a must watch, yo.
No, definitely. He's an excited fighter. He come a straightforward fighter, no special effects, no up and downs. But like I said before, I don't want to see him in Tank again. I think, honestly, Pitbull Cruz is a guy that a guy like Shakur should be fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would love to see that.
He's a guy like Frank Martin should be fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like that just so these guys can show that they can get past the Pitbull Cruz, because I love Shakur to death. I think Shakur beats Pitbull Cruz, but I think that's like a Shakur's kryptonite, a guy that's going to put pressure on him,
and make him get out of the pocket,
and that shows greatness. That's how you can see the greatness from these guys.
Yeah, Shakur is an excellent fighter fighting in the pocket, man. Nobody has the reflexes
outside inside. His distance is. Wally taught him. Man, them guys, that whole camp,
shout out to Wally too, bro. Shout out to Wally, man.
That whole camp, Coach Wally and them guys, man. Coach Dirt, shout out to them,
shout out to Newark, New Jersey too.
Absolutely.
Listen, man. Y'all already know, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Look, so everybody in the chat, everybody's here. It was 70 of y'all, 67, whatever. Whoever's here, give me y'all prediction in the chat. My brother and I, we're going to give our predictions. We're going to get out of here. And, y'all, and when we get off the live, y'all tell a friend to tell a friend. Get wasted. I need y'all to do two things for me in the chat, yo. After we get off the air, if y'all rewatch it or if you share it out, give me a comment on how much y'all want to see the boxing content on the channel. And also, give us a name for the show. Give us a name for the show. So we're going to start. We're going to start right here by my dog, Dex Davis. Spence by 8th round TKO.
I like that. That's a good prediction.
My guy, Raiders 7-7 FYT. Spence 7th round TKO. Woo. I don't know. Jonathan Caleros. Crawford by split decision.
That's a good one too.
Latavarian Savage. Spence. Man, 10th round TKO with the win, man. Wow, man.
Wow, a lot of guys giving Spence some rounds.
Crawford, 8th round KO. Bud, stoppage 10th round. T. Severe, Crawford by TKO in the 10th, ref stoppage. Wow, you got Spence being stopped by the ref. T. Severe, I respect it though. I respect it.
Because he been coming with some good content though.
Yeah, I mess with T. Severe. T. Severe, no. Yo, pound for pound, boxing unlimited.
I like that.
Yo, you already know. I like that too, man. But 10-round stoppage. Spence, split decision. The two-piece. That's a dope name for the show, yo. The two-piece. We got to think about that. Franklin, Planet Raider Skinner, my dog. Spence in the 9th round by KO, man. Yeah. Crawford cooking the big fish tomorrow. Bud by KO in round 6. Maul, you tweaking, Maul.
6th round, that's crazy.
Ball, you tweaking, bro.
I honestly don't see the fight even start getting cooking into the 6th round.
That's a fact, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yo, Crawford stops him in the 11th. Big Al be on point, man. Shout out to Big Al. Yo, my man, Cartman, Crawford by decision.
I can see that.
My dog, T. Severe, titles of fire. Spence, late round KO. Cisco Perez, love the boxing content. Wasted, keep it coming. Appreciate you, bro. Spence by KO, 12th round. Late, taking him out deep in the waters.
I can see that too.
Liver shot boxing talk. Proud of That's tough. That's tough, yo. Orlando Padilla. The knockout news.
I like it.
Y'all love it, man. All right, so look, let's get into it, man. What you think, man?
Well, y'all know how I feel. I think I see Spence walking. I see the fight in the first half being all Crawford. Spence kind of slows. He's a slow starter. They're both slow starters, honestly. But I just see, I see Spence trying to figure out the movement that Crawford's bringing. The foot movement, and I see eventually, within from 6 on, I see Spence coming on real heavy, and eventually stopping Crawford. If it's not a stoppage, I see Crawford winning on all cards.
Okay. I can respect that. My guy, Falju, my dog, appreciate you for the 49 Super. I'm glad you're doing podcasts on other sports, Wasted. Keep them coming, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. My dog, the Rated Man, yo, thank you for keeping the lights on over here. Unlimited fisticuffs, yo.
I like that.
Yo, I love the names, man. The one-hitter quitter boxing news. I love it. I love it. 50-50. Let the best man win. I feel you. Now, look, because I feel like styles make fights, right? Errol Spence is a guy who is normally the more physically talented fighter. He's normally the more skilled fighter. He's normally the more well-conditioned fighter. But I think this is the first time in Errol Spence's career that he's not going to be the more skilled fighter.
He's not.
And I think that is going to play a big role in what Terence Crawford brings to the table. I don't think that Errol Spence Jr. has ever dealt with a man who can inflict as much punishment on him as Terence Crawford with as much skill. Danny Garcia is a great fighter, but the one thing about Danny Garcia is waiting to land one punch. Everything Danny Garcia does is for him to set up with that left uppercut, that left hook. That left hook is deadly. He doesn't really have a lot more in his arsenal, right? So if you prepare for that, you win the fight. Terence Crawford is a much harder code to crack. And because Terence Crawford is going to give him angles, Terence Crawford knows how to fight on the inside. And I think Terence Crawford is a guy who is tough enough to withstand the punishment. And he's willing to put himself out there. Now, the only thing is, I'm going to put a little cursor out there. If Crawford gets caught, he can be knocked out because I think he's going to put himself in harm's way to be able to inflict that punishment on Errol Spence.
Absolutely.
I don't think Errol Spence has ever been put to the test like this. I think Terence Crawford wins this fight because what he's going to do is initially he's going to take angles. He's going to get Terence Crawford. He's going to get Errol Spence off his game from coming forward. Mm-hmm. And I think what he's going to do is once he gives him them angles, he's going to hit him. He's going to start backing Errol Spence up for the first time in his career.
I don't see it.
I see it happening.
I don't see him backing up Errol Spence.
He's a terrific counterpuncher. He's a terrific body puncher. And I know that Errol Spence's kryptonite is getting hit in the body, man. And I see Terence Crawford going to the body early and often, man. I got Terence Crawford. I got Terence Crawford by unanimous decision.
I can see that. Like I said, I got Spence by stoppage. But I'm putting my money on the draw just because that's where the big money is at.
So for all you sick puppies out there that want to gamble, the big money is for the draw.
Yeah.
So listen, if you're gonna gamble, you gamble with your favorite, and just if you want to make a little cash, you go out there and you put some money on the draw. Y'all, man, this has been a splendiferous occasion. Splendiferous. 8 count unlimited. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. I'm so glad that y'all have shown my brother so much love in the place, man.
I appreciate you guys.
Yo, my dog, Frank Jamilio, after the rip-off fight last week with Cambuses getting whipped.
He got his ass whooped.
Yo, Cambuses got whipped like a rented dog.
Man, let me tell you something. He's the biggest hype fighter out right now, man. You know, I don't know what happened to Lopez during that fight when Cambosa beat him. I think it's the same thing with Devin Haney with Lomachenko. I honestly had Devin Haney either a draw or Devin Haney winning with that Lomachenko fight. But I think the fight would have been a little bit different if Devin Haney was fighting at 140. You got to realize guys like Devin Haney and TFL Lopez, they've been fighting 135 pounds since they was 14, 15 years old. And it's hard to maintain that weight for that long. So I just think that Lopez, you know, he got heavier, you know, and he couldn't make that weight. And that's why Cambosa, you know, he caught him on the right end of his career. And I just think Cambosa is trash, man. I don't.
Yeah, you know what makes me mad? He's like a fake ass Conor McGregor, man.
Yeah, he's trash to me. Man.
Yo, he's like a fake ass. Yo, bro, it's just crazy, man. Yo, so my man want to go back to 2014. He want to talk about the Danny Garcia Herrera fight, man.
Okay.
It's been PR. You remember that?
Yes, I do.
Yo, wait.
Danny Garcia lost that fight, if you ask me.
Do you think Danny Garcia lost that fight?
His ass whooped.
Yeah.
That was a tough fight for Danny Garcia. I think with Danny Garcia, the problem with Danny Garcia was that was the first time he had ever fought in Puerto Rico. I think the pressure got to him. That was like one of the biggest fights he ever had as far as being the main event.
Yeah.
That was the Danny Garcia show, you know. I just think the moment overtook him. I think he actually lost to him.
So my guy Maul with a gym, Cambuses beat Lopez when he had health problems. He almost died that night.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, man.
I think that making that weight and all that, and too as well, you know, it plays a factor. I think he's better at 140 pounds. He's a unified champion at 140. A lot of people not talking about him in the mix. They should be talking about him fighting guys like Tank and Shakur. We got to get out of that realm of, these guys are only 5 pounds away from each other.
Yeah.
Remember,
yeah,
that
man.
Shit is not, there's nothing that can't.
Yeah, you can make that happen very, very easily.
Absolutely.
Crawford about to beat the body inside like Spence has never felt. Spence will get clipped coming forward, round 11, Bud by victory. 5-4-1 Raider. The only thing I have to say about that comment is that it's nasty work out here in these streets, man. It's disgusting. Pause, man. Stop that. You are way too horny in my chat, yo. Stop it. Relax. Nah, shout out to my guy 504. My guy Big Al, thank you for the $5 super, man. Y'all think Canelo versus Benavidez ends up happening?
Yeah.
I think so, man.
I think so. I think Canelo has to make that happen. I think that's solid. I mean, don't get it twisted. Canelo Alvarez. This is Canelo Alvarez's time. Like we had a Floyd Mayweather time. Since Floyd retired, Canelo Alvarez has been the face of boxing, bar none. Can't take nothing away from him. To me personally, I know a lot of Mexican guys that get mad at me, but I rank him, my top 3 Mexican fighters of all time, if not 2 or 1, right?
Wow. Whoa, hold on.
Yeah,
you got Saul ranked in your top 3 Mexican fighters. Who you got ranked number 1? Julio Cesar Chavez?
No, I don't. Y'all gonna think I'm crazy when I say.
No, I don't. I know who you gonna say, bro. You my brother. I know you gonna say, bro.
I like Juan Marquez. I think Juan Marquez.
Manuel Marquez, bro.
Yes, absolutely.
You are fucking tripping, bro.
I'm just saying.
Yo, listen, man. Listen, bro. I have to. It's enough of this, man. It's enough.
Andy.
Wrong one. I think it's absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
It's terrible, man.
It's absolutely disgusting. What is wrong with you, yo? My dog. Wait a minute. I promise you. Have named this and bring your brother on, yo. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, my brother, we in motion with this, man.
Yeah,
This has been a most splendiferous occasion, man.
Absolutely. Appreciate you guys.
My guy Maul, Canelo's a bum. Another Cesar Chavez.
Wow.
Salvador Sanchez.
Salvador, yeah, absolutely. Love Salvador Sanchez.
Not top 3.
Nope, not top 3. I hear you.
Marquez, an effing monster.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
What do you think of this name? Two Wasted Podcast. Yo, no, it can't just be Two Wasted. You can't do that, yo. But, yo, y'all, listen. I appreciate all of y'all. It's been over an hour. Thank y'all for all the support, man. We gonna get out of here like we never left, man. And y'all know one thing, man, that I always say.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Price is going up tomorrow. And if you bet on the draw, let me tell you something. You will win your money. Damn it. See y'all tomorrow. Love all of y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, man. Love my bro. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, big brother.
Yo, we out of here, man.
Peace.